ready after a long day of waiting and preparation as we have a terrific game in store. Basically a month into the season, here in week 4, and teams are starting to reach a critical portion of the schedule. It's the Buffalo Bulls and the Red Devils. Reese Davis along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. We'll hear from Holly Rowe in a bit down on the sideline. And the Bulls ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. From inside the 10, here he comes. He gets a block. Oh, what vision. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
Dude, people still fill in the stands, and he takes the opening kickoff back to the house to fire up the crowd, fire up his teammates. What a start for this young man.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the PAT makes it 7-0. How about that for starting things with a bang? Opening kickoff and house that baby. What a job there. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So Buffalo's offense to go on the attack first. There's a receiver who's going to draw some attention, Jesse, but really, he's just part of this whole offensive puzzle.
He hasn't been the most consistent guy when it comes to catching the ball for this offense this year, but he has had some big moments. He has had some big games as well. And, David, you know, from a roster standpoint, they're generally not going to overmatch or overwhelm anybody from the receiver spot, but this is a dude that can get it done.
I think that's the biggest point that you made. It's a guy that has the potential to make big plays. And if you're pointing to a guy, he is the one. Talking to coaches, like, they've seen flashes in big moments. They need to see it consistently, and it starts today.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The RPO, fire complete to the left. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
Trying play action. Moves around to clear up the vision. Knocked down after a pickup of maybe 2, and man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire.
And how about the awareness by this guy on 3rd down, a scramble play. Everything's breaking down, but he never panics, and also knows exactly where he needs to get to pick up that first down. It's 3rd. I can't slide early. I can't run out of bounds. I'm probably going to have to put my body on the line here and take a big hit and risk that to get this first. That's a big-time leadership play by the quarterback.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Here's a heat. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job beating the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Dropping back, it's right. Rushes on him. He's sacked. This defense all over it.
Well, this team came out with their hair on fire. The offense drives down the field, scores a touchdown on their opening possession, and now the defense is dominating as well. Already their 2nd sack, and you've got to give this head coach a ton of credit. He did a great job getting this football team physically and mentally ready to play here today.
He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. The run inside. It's Peppers.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man. And that's not going to be a first down. He stopped just millimeters away from moving the chains.
And it's decision time on this first drive. And I choose aggressiveness, right? Set the tone in this football game. You got a 4th and short situation. Trying to get points on this drive. Establish yourself. Be aggressive here on this 4th down.
Way too close to punt. Way too far for the field goal. They'll go for it on 4th down. Pulls and fires complete. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
4th down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed in himself. He knew he could get it, and they get the 4.
It's a seam wide open. He'll be stopped, but not before he carries it down to the 9-yard line, and that's why you get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. Wide receiver going in motion. He's got it and still on his feet. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Red Devils.
Man, he's off to a good start this year. That's already his 3rd receiving touchdown. We're only 4 games into this season. I love how they line him up all over the field. And as the season goes on, they're going to keep being more and more creative with how they get this guy the ball.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. The Bulls offense comes out ready to go to work. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Got it behind the line. It's Wilson. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. On 1st down, here comes this offense. Makes a man miss. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Not difficult, not complicated, but early in the game, get in that rhythm. Find that timing with your wide receiver so you're set up for success. Then you go attack deep later on.
Off play action. On target. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. These routes have some reads and adaptability built in, and the big fella found that cushion and made the play.
Man, it's so awesome how much offenses have evolved. They know exactly what they're getting, where to sit down, quarterback, tight end, on the same page, gets the 1st down.
Caught in the backfield, it's Wilson. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the 1st down. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. First play of the period, first down here. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Wilson. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Well, they're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
They've got a really good drive going, but a little speed bump here at 2nd and 13. To the air, it's Wright. Throw to the right side, that's Wilson. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Man, and tight ends in today's modern college football are so difficult to stop because they're so much more athletic than they used to be. Today, they're just like big wide receivers. So defensively, how do you stop him? Do you have someone who has the physical dimensions to match up with this guy one-on-one? You might not. And if you don't, are you comfortable putting a slower linebacker on him, or do you want to put a smaller DB that might not be able to tackle him? It's a real difficult puzzle to figure out.
The Bulls will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. After that punt return, there is a man slow to get up. Trainer's out evaluating this junior safety. We'll let you know his condition. Holly keeping an eye on all of the injuries for us. The Red Devils get a chance to send their offense out onto the field. They've had a really productive first half so far, and they'll try to add to it here. Looking for a crease, it's Peppers. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Right back to him on the ground. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Motion from the back. Wants to throw on first down. Under fire. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking for a man. It's Sanders. They're working that left side. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Makes the grab to the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense. 3rd and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, first down.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time, and they're able to make a quick stop.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Peppers. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
3rd down play from the gun. Here comes the heat. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity. And it's the Red Devils decide to punt it away. solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. And it looks as if there will be no return here as the punt goes out of bounds. Buffalo has it back. Let's see what the Bulls offense can do. They've taken a couple of punches to the jaw, and now they'll try to get this offense going down a couple of touchdowns. Bunch formation for these receivers. Dropping back, it's right. Quarterback adapting. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28. And the Bulls racing to the line in the hurry-up.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back, he's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick them up and put them down, and I'm faster than most of your other guys too, so good luck stopping him.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play, because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
Listen, if I'm a QB, second down, I want to check the ball down and get a manageable third down, but when this defense is flying around like this, so fast closing out, he got to that running back, got him on the ground so fast, the running back had nowhere to go.
Running inside, it's Shelton. He's going to lose a yard on that one. The Bulls will punt this one away.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
The Red Devils get a chance to send their offense out onto the field. They've already put a couple of scores up, and they look to add to it on this drive. Looking to throw on first down. The sure hands, it's Peppers. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. New set of downs after the completion. Looking downfield on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Rice. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now, having given up multiple first downs on this drive. Somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
Back to throw, it's Sanders. Finds his big tight end. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Complete. And he's down after making the catch, but did not reach the line to gain. Timeout taken by the offense is their second. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Quarterback keeper. Man, what a surge by this defense. I think he's going to be a little bit short of the first down.
Not able to pick up that first down, David, but if I'm them, I'm going again right here on 4th.
And I think you knew that on 3rd and 2, short yard situation. You got it close to 4th and inches. Now we're going to get this first down.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Line of scrimmage is the 2, and they can pick up the first down here, but going for the touchdown here on 4th and short. Makes the grab past the marker. Touchdown, Red Devil! And they take it in for 6 more points. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hit in the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
So the offense doesn't want to take a chance here. They'll just come out and take a knee and wrap up the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, welcome into the EA Sports College Football Update Show, the Week 4 edition. So let's dive right in. We start with a look in on BYU taking on the Fresno State Bulldogs. And it's BYU in one of those old-school fight-in-a-phone-booth games. Neither team has been able to break out offensively, but it feels like the one that does will come away today with a signature win. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Bringing things back to your game, one more refresher on how the first half went down.
And it's the Red Devils. We'll kick it off to start the second half. Looks like he's going to try to return it. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. As we start the second half, Holly, what adjustments do these teams want to make?
The Buffalo head coach told me at halftime, the message of his speech was, I've got to get the running back more involved. They trust him. He's been terrific, but they haven't gotten him enough carries. He said, I've got one guy in the booth upstairs who is tracking how many times our running back touches the ball. That is the most essential part of getting back in this game. Get the rock to the guy who can make the biggest difference.
Holly, thank you. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to pass, it's right. Makes the grab, it's Andrews. Stopped at about the 25-yard line, but it'll be a first down.
And listen, you get zone coverage and you can hit that curl route and he comes open continually. Keep hitting it. This might be a play to come back to.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. Motion from the wide receiver. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
I think as a quarterback, you get in your mind before the snap a lot of times where you're going with the football, and sometimes you lock on it a little bit too long, and right there I think he did. He'd probably want that throwback.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. And the Bulls send out the punt unit.
And this defense is smelling blood right now. Like, they know they got him right where they want him. Got him in a third down and long. They got to lead by 3 possessions. Everything is going their way. This offense is in trouble.
Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. The Red Devils get a chance to send their offense out onto the field. He'll start this drive firing. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And a lot of times when you see running backs catch the football, man, they've got a little bit of space to operate. That's great coverage. Being right there when he catches the ball to deliver the hit, to make sure he doesn't secure the catch, elite coverage.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
Well, I guarantee you one thing, and at halftime with a big lead, there were no conversations about, hey, let's run the ball, let's slow it down, let's bleed the clock, keep our defense fresh. They are staying aggressive. They're trying to add to this lead, and with this quarterback, I do not blame you.
Turning it on. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Red Devil. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Sometimes you're hesitant to use your quarterback as a runner, not when your quarterback runs like this.
You dang right. I'm going to use him. I'm going to use him early and often. The dude can run so well, can make you miss. Do you worry about him getting dinged up throughout a game? Sure, but when you can do things like that, it makes your offense so much stronger.
Here he comes from inside his own 5, and the returner is stopped. The Buffalo offense headed back to the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. On the run, it's Shelton. Not a lot of room there. Give him a couple to the 16.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Pulls it and fires to the left. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
To the air, it's right. Oh, they're after him. Hit as he throws. Soft spot in the middle. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
These running backs nowadays, they're built so low to the ground, thick and compact, but fast and shifty. They're just so hard to tackle. And you could see he just does a great job breaking tackles, breaking tackles. He does this consistently. That's why he's really hard to stop at the running back spot.
Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
Well, the performance by the offense in the first half was very ugly, and they needed to make some adjustments. Give the coaching staff some credit because they did that. This is a completely different-looking offense here on the first drive of the third quarter. They just look like they're playing with energy. They've got a fire lit under them a little bit. We've seen a few schematic tweaks as well, but they need to keep doing this because this is working.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
They'll move the wide receiver. The run inside. It's Shelton. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
The Bulls will line up to punt it away. This will be the 5th kick of the night. How about this? It's out of bounds inside the 10, and they're going to mark it right around the 5-yard line. What a great job there. They are backed up, defense smelling blood as this drive starts at the 5. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Strong run and useful. Picks up 4 out to the 9. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Rides to the back. Makes it past the marker. Makes the tackle at the 24, but from inside the 10 to across the 20 on the pickup of 15. First and 10 from their own 24-yard line. Breaks the tackle. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. He wants to change this route. Looking to throw at Sanders. Now adjusting. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Well, remember, the defense allowed a rushing touchdown to this quarterback on the last drive, so a nice job making some adjustments on the sideline. They look like they've got a little bit of a better plan for him, and more people are more aware of when he's going to keep the football. That time, they don't just get a sack, but they generate a massive loss.
Got a man. It's Peppers. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
Well, it really just feels like they are trying to make a statement to everybody in college football. They've got a lead, they've got it late, and they are still putting it on this defense. They are still letting it fly. They're airing it out, trying to light up the scoreboard.
You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And I love that decision by this quarterback. No monkeying around, man. Get to the spot, get the first down, lower your shoulder. I don't need a big play. I just want another set of downs. Nice job running the option, knowing where the first down marker is.
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
After losing a couple of yards, it's now 2nd and 12 as they try to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
Using his legs to buy some time. A strike downfield. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. And that comfortable lead they enjoy right now is not slowing down the aggression, not one bit.
Well, I think at this point the coaching staff is just trying to continue evaluating their own players, and I don't hate the mindset. If there's time on the clock, keep trying to score.
The keeper on the option. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
You know, this zone replay is something they rep over and over and over in practice. This guy can run it and execute it in his sleep. Good decision there keeping the football.
And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Well, you see the defense make a big play there in the RPO, and they're doing it because they're starting to load the box. If you're the play caller offensively, you might want to think about having your...
Got a little grass. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11.
I think one of the biggest reasons why the scoreboard looks the way it does is this offense has been dominant on 3rd down. They have found a way to stay on the field. They do it again here late, running the ball on 3rd.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
Yeah, and you see in the red zone, all the bodies start to come inside. And a lot of times you try to find a way to get to the perimeter. This offense does a good job. They toss the football. Nice job by the defense. Now forcing a 3rd down.
Well, how about if you're the defense right now? You've been on the field. You've given up a lot of yards on this drive. But if they go for this here on 4th down and you come up with one more stop, that is a huge play, and that's got to give you some confidence.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest of this way, and we looking pretty good.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the Buffalo offense ready to go on the attack. So this offense has done nothing. No points on the board, and right now it's just about trying to save face. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle.
really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Burgess. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Now facing a 3rd and long. The give to the back. Out across the 25 to the 26, but needed a little bit more. It'll be 4th down. And the Bulls will bring the punt team onto the field. He'll try to really get into this one. Here's the return. And he is knocked down immediately after the catch. That punt coverage team had its hair on fire. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. On the ground, it's Peppers. Still running at the 40. Breaks into the open. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36. They don't seem interested in inching the ball down the field. That big play sets them up. 1st and 10 from the 36. They'll ride the hot hand. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down.